You don't build the ark when it starts raining. You don't wait for the rain. Most people think preparedness is buying gear, but it's not. Gear won't help you without the right mindset and without the right skills. A garage full of expensive gadgets means nothing if you panic when it's time to use it. Preparedness starts in your head way before you fill the backpack. It's discipline, it's awareness, it's foresight. Because when the storm hits, it's already too late. You don't build the ark when it's raining. It's exactly why this channel exists. Sorry, but I actually wrote myself notes for this because it's just too important to wing. Usually I just wing it, but no, I got too many important points here. So I need a level with you guys. This is my manifesto. This is the reason for this channel. This is the driving force behind everything I talk about here. It's not about hype. It's not about fear and panic. It's not about buying every shiny piece of new gadget that you can find on YouTube that some guy's trying to sell you because you have to have it because you won't survive without it. No. That's where most people get it wrong. They think preparedness is just about stuff. It's not. It's about responsibility. I'm not the world's greatest prepper. I'm just an average guy who learned the hard way through disasters, mistakes, a few good mentors, and actually what actually works and what doesn't. I've been doing this since 1979. Longer than that if you talk about my childhood, but that's different. That's another story. That's a whole lot of years of making mistakes, buying the wrong gear, wasting money, and you learn the lessons the hard way. And I did. Honestly, that may be the best education I could have ever got. Because preparedness isn't about looking tactical. These jokers that run around in their camouflage and their AR-15s hanging off their belt thinking that they're going to go in and raid the city, not going to happen. It's about knowing what works when life gets ugly, how to survive, how to save yourself and your family. I'm not here to sell you useless junk or any kind of prepper hype, okay? We'll talk about on this channel different things that are possibilities and how to get around them, how to prepare for them and survive them. I'm here to tell you what actually works, what mistakes I've already made, and how to prepare without going broke. Everything I look at goes through a certain test. I call it the Shipwreck Island test. I think I mentioned it in another video. That's the test that I put all my gear through. And I will go through that one day completely. But just know that that's what it's called to me. It's a test that I made up in my own head because of how I was all my life. Preparedness shouldn't bankrupt the very family you're trying to protect. So I'm going to show you the gear that works, and I'll tell you the gear that doesn't work, at least for me, why it doesn't work or why it does work, and how to save some money. Let me tell you what nobody does talk about. It's not just a disaster, it's what comes afterwards. It's the loss, the suffering, the scarcity, the feeling completely lost. I know because I've been there myself. That's the part that blindsides people. It's about helping blue-collar families prepare for disasters without going broke. and helping you understand what happens after the disaster. Life is a whole lot different afterwards. That's exactly why I wrote the Campfire book. If you look at the Awakening series on Amazon and you look for Surviving the Campfire, that book tells everything about my experience after California's most deadly wildfire and how I wasn't 100% prepared, but that gave me a lot of experience so that I am now. And I learned a whole lot from that one, including what life was like afterwards, which was way different than I ever thought it was going to be. It wasn't a prepper fantasy, let me tell you. The book is the blueprint for this channel and a guidebook for anyone who wants to prepare for a disaster. I told people how to prepare, and I told them what it was like afterwards. Because most people think a disaster is the fire, the earthquake, the blackout, the storm, and it's not. That's just the beginning. The real disaster is afterwards, let me tell you. After the evacuation, the real test starts after. After the insurance fight, after the power outage, after the silence, after you realize nobody is coming to save you. I know. Because I lived it. That's where the real lessons begin. That's where people realized too late that preparedness wasn't paranoia. It was wisdom. And it got me thinking about Noah. Being a Christian kind of guy, Catholic. Because while Noah was building the ark, everybody thought he was crazy. They laughed, they mocked him, they thought he was overreacting. It's funny how that works. People laugh at preparation until preparation is the only thing standing between them and panic. Even Noah probably had days where his own wife came outside and said, "What are you doing? Why did you build that thing there? It's blocking my view. I can't see the mountains from the kitchen window." The neighbors thought he was crazy. His friends probably thought he'd lost it. His wife probably wasn't even talking to him. And he still had to keep building. I've lived that. My first wife, she thought I was crazy for being prepared. It was a waste of money. We'd rather spend money on drugs. My second wife, she thought I was crazy too. Life is wonderful as long as we have a job and everything is great. Well, I was crazy right up until 1989 when the Loma Prieta earthquake hit. The poles shook about 5 feet off center, both directions. Power lines snapped. Streets rolled like they were a wave on the ocean. And the next thing you know, the Bay Bridge falls apart. Marina Greens dropped. And there was no power, no phones. After Loma Prieta, she was pretty happy I had food waiting at home. Yeah, that was a hard one for her to swallow. And my first wife, she brought the kids over because she knew that I was prepared, and they weren't. Because they didn't believe in preparedness. People laugh at preparation until preparation is the only thing standing between them and panic. Noah didn't build the ark because it was trendy. He built the ark because he was told to, because he knew it was coming. He got the warning, he got the vision, and he chose obedience over comfort. Sometimes prepping feels like that. It's not something you choose because it sounds fun. Sometimes it feels like something you're called to do. You just know, you see the signs, you feel the responsibility, and you heed the calling. Even when people think you're nuts, you keep building anyway. It's too late to prepare when the disaster hits. That work should have been done months ago. You don't build the ark when it starts raining. You build it while the sky is still clear and everyone thinks you're crazy. That's what preparedness is. You're going to be a fringe of society. But when SHTF happens, they'll be knocking on your door. It's not panic. It's not fear. It's discipline. It's foresight. It's responsibility. Because when the storm comes, and it will come, the only thing worse than being called crazy is wishing that you had listened and acted. And here's the truth. When the rain started, nobody laughed at Noah anymore. By then it was too late to buy a ticket. A lot of people wish they'd listened. You're going to get a lot of pushback by people thinking, oh, you don't need that. Why do you need that? Why do you have to buy that? But when you need it, you need it. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So that's my ramble for today. I want to give a shout out to a channel that not a lot of guys know about. It's called Wasteland by Wednesday. He's one of the 2 channels that I would highly recommend watching. I don't agree 100% with everything he talks about, but he's got a lot of good ideas and he makes you think. And if he makes you think, then that gets the ball rolling for you to start making preparations. And he's got some good content. The other one I recommend is City Prepping, the guy named Chris. He's very scientific. He's methodical. You would think that he was a NASA engineer when you're talking to him or when you're listening to him. But he really thinks things through. He's definitely... Chris, if you're listening, I don't mean this in a bad way. You're a little bit of an egghead because you're so intellectual when it comes to prepping. You're not the average grunt preparedness guy. And that makes you good because you explain a lot of things that people don't think about. And you've got a lot of good ideas. So definitely watch those 2 guys. Give them a try at least. Wasteland by Wednesday and City Prepping. In the meantime, that's all for now. Patriot Zero out.